which the president's is low in terms of all the fact checks we've done for 2 years. But this can mean that the media's credibility and the Democratic opponents' credibility is also low.
Hey, John, I know you know the phrase, there's always a tweet. In this case, I'm talking about a Rick Wilson tweet. He has just passed 500,000 followers this week, and not for nothing. This was Wednesday. Aren't we due for a caravan? Maybe we should ask Rick who wins the Final Four to place our wagers now. It's Friday. We have 2 caravans, John. What are we to do with this?
Well, there are no shortage of new customers for Rick Wilson on Twitter, so he can continue expanding his field of potential supporters. The caravans are, something that President Trump continues to turn to. He's a president and a candidate who talks in terms of nostalgia. So I'll harken back to yesteryear a little bit and say that this campaign is looking a lot like Fear and Loathing on the campaign trail. You're getting fear about the caravans. You're getting loathing of his political opponents, this attempt to undermine Adam Schiff, Jerry Nadler, the media, basically anybody who could operate as a check on him or pursue the leads that Robert Mueller has uncovered, that we will see uncovered, I think, when we finally see this report. But the caravans are something that's important to him, and something that he is going to continue to stress. He's going to talk about building the wall. We're going to see him go to the border, he says, and show him building the new wall with the money that he reappropriated from Congress, even as that fight is going on in the courts. So, buckle up. We're going to get a lot of the same, but maybe at a higher speed.
And Annie, I note that you and Maggie buried a little IED toward the end of your story when you reported that the president's been tired, quoting aides that say he was pushing back against the addition of a campaign stop. That's not going to go over well.
That's not going to go over well. And, that might be a line in there that the president doesn't like to read and reacts to and gets out there on the road. Who's to say? There has been some, this unstoppable candidate who used to do at the end of last cycle 4 rallies a day has had to been forced to do it. And we talked about this rally that they wanted to do that he may end up adding back. But it's notable that it's only because the campaign is trying to push him to do it. It's not because he wants to do it. So there's a little exhaustion. That could change. He did a lot of campaigning before the midterms. Just to the caravan point, he did a lot of talking about the caravans before the midterms, and that message did not, help the Republicans keep the House. Maybe it's different when Trump's actually on the ballot, but he seems to be ready to go with the same message. But for now, he's not dying to get out there and do 3 rallies a day.
I wonder if anyone will call him low energy. Hey, John, considering the president converted a 4-page letter containing sentence fragments from Mueller into total exoneration, did he have about the best week he could have had in current time?
Yeah, I don't think there's been a better week for the president since he took office in terms of having an opportunity free and clear given to him by his attorney general to go out and make the case that he's the victim, as he did last night, of what he said was a left-wing deep state conspiracy to deny the legitimacy of his election, to prevent his agenda from moving forward, and to prevent him from becoming a 2-term president. Now, that was a 4-page letter from the Attorney General that the Attorney General is already starting to soften as he talks again to Congress about what's forthcoming. We will see what the Mueller report actually shows. The way the president has described what Barr said in his first letter is untrue. It's not a total exoneration. Even those fragments of sentences that you talked about do not talk about total exoneration. In fact, say the opposite in terms of obstruction of justice. And there are 2 presidents who have been impeached by the House of Representatives, and I'm not saying the House will impeach President Trump, but 2 who have been impeached by the House of Representatives who would tell you that impeachment does not necessarily have to be done in conjunction with things that the president would be held accountable for in a criminal court. President Bill Clinton was not convicted of any crimes, but was impeached. Andrew Johnson was impeached, again, did not serve any prison sentence.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.